As many of you know, today marks the 50th anniversary of the deadly outbreak of tornadoes that touched down in Sailor Park and in Green Township, mostly the South Road area, as you well know. The National Weather Service, they termed it as the super outbreak. Our very own consultant, Alan March, he's here this evening, and he's going to give us a brief recap of the tornado. Alan lived in Sailor Park and took some personal pictures there, which he's going to share with us this evening. So please welcome Alan March.
Thanks, Pete. I know you're all here for Charlie Hustle, but today being the 50th anniversary of the tornado that struck Sailor Park, we just couldn't let the anniversary go by without saying a little something about it. And we've got some photos here, some of which have never been seen before by the public. 50 years ago today. This photo was taken on Anderson Ferry Road near Glen Creek. That tornado, where you see it there, is actually as it's striking Sailor Park. This is a personally taken photo. We've got it in our collections, and I think it's a very powerful photo. Down at the end, see if I can. This is Rapid Run here. This is Anderson Ferry here in Sailor Park. This is what that tornado did. This street here going up and down, that's Sailor Avenue. This is Cherokee. This is Goodrich. You can see how devastated they were. This is a photo from the Cincinnati Enquirer's collection that was recently donated to the public library. It is available to the public. They're slowly getting these scanned and putting them online. What a great resource. Looks like Godzilla walked through and stomped the houses. This is Home City Avenue, which runs parallel to Sailor. This photo has never been seen before in the public. A couple of them, my mother was a journalist, and we lived in Sailor Park, and the day after she went out and took a number of these photos of the damage. This is Home City. Another house in Home City. Half of it's gone, but half of it is still there. The power of tornadoes is just amazing. It can flip cars over. This is on Sailor Avenue. That's where the worst destruction was. This house here at 6849 Sailor Avenue belonged to the family of George Nose. He was a fire department, Cincinnati Fire Department captain. He was not at home at the time. The house was utterly destroyed. Here's a reclining chair. You've got the storm door here, which apparently kept the storm out because the wood door behind it is still there, but everything else is destroyed. Eden Chapel. Any Sailor Parkers here? You're probably familiar with it. Fairly new church at the time. Half the roof was gone, but Eden Chapel survived. It's been rebuilt. Sightseers go home. This is down on River Road, close to where Revere hits River Road. There were so many people coming down. They wanted to see the damage for themselves. It got so bad that a businessman put the sign up, sightseers go home. You can actually see the hand of the photographer in the mirror, which fell off the windshield. The Forest of Arden, the home of Nelson Sailor, the first mayor of Home City, which eventually became Sailor Park. This was a gorgeous 3-story mansion. On the top, here's what's called a widow's walk. When you got up there, you could see the river. Greenhouse here. There was a large building, a carriage house on the property. This is the way it looked almost a year to the date before the tornado struck. This is how it looked afterwards. The roof is not in as good a condition as it appears here. The widow's walk is gone. Looks like a haunted house, doesn't it? Trees down, glass broken. 2 days after the tornado, the Cincinnati Post wrote an article said, "Will Sailor Park die?" So they had a lot of questions about that. But when I read this article, I knew that was the spirit of Sailor Park. So this is Bud Owens. I'm sorry, he owned the Forest of Arden. He was in the process of selling it at the time. And you can see here it says they had it for sale. And the sale was agreed upon for $45,000. But when the buyer came down, they hadn't signed the paper yet. He said, I can't buy it. The house is insured for only $30,000, so they took a big loss. Will Sailor Park die? Sailor Park's is a place with a lot of spirit and a bit of a sense of humor, and you can really see it in this quote from Ronnie King, who lived on Gracely Drive. Monday was trash day in Sailor Park at the time. Is it still? I don't know. So Ronnie said, guess I got a heck of a job to do on Sunday. I got to take the house out to the curb for the trash. When you see that, you know Sailor Park is going to survive. So this is the way the worst damage looked from the air the day after the tornado. Just a year or so ago, this photo was taken. So you can see this is Sailor Avenue here. Here's the hook of Goodridge. This is Home City here. All the houses have been rebuilt. The golf course is back in good condition. Trees are back. Yeah, Sailor Park survived. People got back to normal. And even the very next day, we got back to normal. The next day was opening day for the Reds, April 4th of '74. Top news was still all the damage that the tornado caused. Caused $30 million, about $200 million in today's business. Hank Aaron was here with the Braves. He hit .714, tying Babe Ruth's unbreakable record. Pete Rose was playing. He scored the tying run that drove the game into extra innings, and the Reds ended up winning that.